gentlemen, welcome to the second channel. I want to do full screen, which I normally don't do, and my webcam's too crappy for it, and I decided this was a good idea to grab my other camera. So, I haven't uploaded here in a while. I wanted to quickly explain that. I haven't been enjoying Pokemon nearly as much as I used to be. Pokemon TCG has gotten very boring to me. Same decks, that's always been the same thing. So, for the past year and a half, I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone, and I feel like I'm at a point where I'm good enough to start uploading it. And I decided what's the best way to start uploading Hearthstone than by getting a professional Hearthstone player and caster to explain it, because I suck at explaining things. So if you know how to play Hearthstone, this is not the video for you. You can watch it still. Support your boy HMom94. This is probably not the best video for you. Tomorrow there will be another Hearthstone video of me actually playing and being somewhat decent at the game. But anyways guys, this is what the second channel is going to start becoming for the time being. Once the new Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch comes out, I will be uploading and playing that. But I really enjoy Hearthstone, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. Give it a shot, see if you like it. It's also free to play. It's not an ad, but it's free to play, so go try it out. Enjoy. This is a TCG, kind of like Pokemon TCG. I've done that on this channel, but I'm not the best at explaining things. And I'm gonna do my
that's why I'm here.
G.O.D. Wow!
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm the celebrity special guest.
What? No, that wasn't
this
planned
video.
at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is completely a coincidence. I just heard you talking to yourself and decided to throw you a bone.
I didn't bring you in here because I don't know how to explain things and I suck at making videos. Well,
and completely not because I'm a caster with tons of experience talking about Hearthstone to a wide variety of audiences.
No, that's not the reason at all. But perfect that you're here and you have all that experience of teaching people who've never played or played very little on what's good and what's not. So
I know, right? It's serendipity.
Don't use words I don't know what they mean. So you're gonna teach us how to play Hearthstone, huh?
Yep.
So you've casted Hearthstone. You're a two-time champion of WSOE is what you're telling me, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. Now,
and I've been a caster for 3 years now.
Wow, this is perfect and not planned at all. What should we do to teach them? Hajia?
I think we should play some basic mage.
That's genius, because that's like basically what you start off as.
That's right. In the tutorial, they make you play mage, but the tutorial sucks.
Yeah!
And the computer has really no idea. The AI in the tutorial is awful. And so instead of playing against awful AI, you are going to play against a two-time Hearthstone champion.
The two-time. Actually, the classic mage deck ain't bad at all. Well, it's not good, but it's better than I thought it was going to be. It's got...
Yeah, it's decent.
It's got Tony in here. It's got Pyroblast.
It's got good cards. It's got Fireball. It's got Frostbolt.
All right.
Nanoworm used to be a good card, but... I don't know. Back in my day, this was a good card.
Yeah, back
but
in
all
my
you
day,
youngins out there will only know the 2-mana Nanoworm, which is unfortunate.
It's gross, right? All right, I'm battling you. Oh wait, do we have to be in Wild to play that deck or no?
No. Hey, wow, you have the quest. Amazing. This is my incentive for making the video. It's getting gold off of you.
I have an 80 gold quest that gives both of us gold because we're challenging each other. Or I'm challenging you. That's how it works.
Yes. And for all you people new to Hearthstone out there, 100 gold means you can buy a pack in-game.
Yes.
And experience the joy of opening new cards.
See, you didn't tell
Hashtag
them
sellout.
You didn't tell them the whole thing though, Gia. With gold.
What's the whole thing?
With gold, you can also play Arena.
What's the whole thing?
Arena. You could use gold for Arena.
Oh, I haven't played Arena in a couple years, except once on the plane. But yeah, 150 gold, you can do an Arena run if you want to stay free to play. And you can just make gold off of that. But anyway, we have entered the Mulligan phase, which is where you can... If you are going first, you have 3 cards. If you're going second, you have 4 cards and the coin, which I'll explain what that does later. And in the Mulligan phase, you can choose up to all of your cards to throw back into your deck and then receive an equal amount of cards you toss back into your hand. So this is your chance to get rid of your crappy cards in the opening hand, basically.
I thought about it and I don't know this deck, so I don't know what's good or bad. So I did what every noob does when they don't know what to do. Keep the low cost cards.
That's right. That's what I did too.
Good.
I'm not sure what's in this deck either.
Ooh, this is not a card that I want to draw. Now, Gia, can you explain the mana and how it works in this game?
So mana is basically your money for what you can do each turn. It's represented by these crystals on the lower right of your screen. And on turn 1, you start off with 1 mana. Turn 2, you got 2 mana. It's refreshed. Turn 3, 3 mana, and so on and so forth until turn 10. It maxes out at 10 mana. And on each of your cards on the upper left corner, you will see a number which represents how much mana it costs to play. So if you are holding something like Mana Worm, I'm just gonna pretend I know what's in your hand, H. Mana Worm costs 2 mana, so you would have to wait until turn 2 to play it. And right now, I'm gonna play a 2 mana card because it's now my second turn. The Acidic
what a top
Swamp
deck.
Ooze. I know, right? It's almost as if it was planned.
It was all planned from the beginning. And also, what this coin does is, I'm the only one that'll have coin in this, is it's a 0 mana card where you gain 1 mana crystal this turn. So if I wanted to play it this turn, instead of having just 2 mana this turn, I'd have 3. And then it goes back to 2, technically.
Right.
Am I
It's
a
like
good
a
teacher
temporary plus 1 mana. I just played a minion, so there's generally 3 types of cards in Hearthstones. In Hearthstones, yes, plural Hearthstones. There's minions, there's spells, and there's weapons. Mages don't have weapons, so we don't need to worry about that right now. But minions have stats, as you can see on the lower part of the card. Hey, you play the same minion as me. Stop copying me.
Sorry, we're both oozing each other against a class that doesn't have weapons.
That's right.
So what this card also does is, if your opponent has a weapon, you destroy that weapon. Neither of us have weapons, so this is just, for this matchup, just a 2 mana with 3 attack and 2 health.
Right. So the lower left stat is the attack and the lower right is the health. And how this works is that when I have 3 attack on my minion, and it's greater than the 2 health of my opponent's minion, I can kill my opponent's minion. If my opponent also had 3 health on their minion, I could still kill it. So it has to be equal or higher, equal or lower. And but what happens is that if I attack with my minion will also die.
Yep. So let's say I was a 3/4 or with 4 health instead. If her Acidic Swamp hits me and I had 4 health, I would go down to a 3/1 instead and still be alive, and then she could ping me.
I am roping because of all the explaining, but basically I don't want my minion to die, so I'm gonna spell instead and kill it this way. Yeah. And I got lucky, so I still have mana to do this.
Order, lol.
No, that was correct order, because if I missed the ooze, I would want to ping it using my hero power.
Oh, we didn't explain the hero power. So each class has a different hero power. We are mage, so our hero power is for 2 mana. You could use this hero power infinite, or once per turn, technically. 1 damage anywhere. So I could damage my face, I could damage either 2 of her minions, or her face. Now, in this scenario...
You should damage your face, H.
That's something I've never done before. I'm trying to debate about what's the best play here. And there's not really any too good of plays right now, unfortunately.
Because I am far ahead on board. I have 2 minions, which, by the way, minions cannot attack on the turn they're played unless they have the keywords rush or charge. So they have summoning sickness, which is true in other card games as well.
So I just played a secret for 3 mana. It's explosive runes, so when she plays a...
Oh,
minion...
thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
Whoops. When she plays a minion, that minion will take 6 damage, and any excess will go to her face.
Is it really explosive runes? I don't think that's in the deck. I thought this was all basic.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the deck, yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably mirror entity, which means that when I play a minion, he gets a copy of it.
What?
Unfortunately, I don't actually have any minions in hand, so I'm just gonna do a boring turn, which is damaging H's face and making him hurt.
Okay, this is good. I'm very happy with where I'm at in life. Now, what cards would you have in your hand if you don't have any minions? I don't know if I fully believe that you don't have minions. I don't know what's in this deck. This is
Yeah,
painful.
do I not have minions? Or am I playing around Mirror Entity?
I don't know. I feel like this is just a good minion to play right now.
Yeah, that's a big chunky boy.
I'm also very afraid of that card that does 10 damage for 10 mana.
Yes.
So she may be getting me... Okay. Oh, I forgot that was a card. God dang it.
Yeah.
Or am I blood?
You guys can read the card text on this, since I assume H is hovering over it for you guys' benefit. But yeah, I played a spell that it normally costs 4 mana, but because I have a Sorcerer's Apprentice on board, it is cheapened by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So Polymorph, right, and I still had enough mana to ping off the resulting sheep. And in short, I am absolutely crushing H.
Yeah, no, this is not looking good for your boy right now. I'm angry. Kill that stupid thing. I should have done that earlier, but I was hoping for good outcomes and that did not happen. No.
I think I'm in trouble now because you have a secret up and I want to play a cheap minion to deal with it, but I don't have a cheap minion. Nice order, H.
Hey, that was the correct order in case you guys are wondering. If I didn't end up killing the 3/2 on the Arcane Missile, she did this earlier as well. You wanted to ping it with the 2 mana.
But generally in Hearthstone, if you have mana that you're sure you're going to use to draw in the turn, it makes more sense to draw first.
Yep.
Because it will give you more options.
Yeah, and sometimes those options are better, and sometimes it just doesn't affect it.
Right. So I'm going to throw you a bone, H. I'm just going to let you trigger your secret because I am a good friend.
Wow! Thank you.
So I gave him a very big minion, and this is technically a bad play for me because I played 6 mana to summon this Archmage, but he only invested 3 mana.
Yeah, you
in terms of the secret.
A grave mistake.
I made a big oopsie.
I just did that really fast without explaining it. Mana Worm is a 2 mana 1/3 that whenever you cast a spell gain +1 attack. So I naturally played that first because I planned on playing a spell there. The spell I played was Fireball, which was deal 7 damage, which conveniently gets boosted from 6 damage by the Archmage that I got off of Mirror Entity to kill her Archmage. And that's my turn. And we used all 6 of our mana, because I'm efficient.
Well, that's lame.
So efficient. Now I have board. I may be down on health, and at any moment I can die, because we know that she's got Frostbolts and Fireballs that do quite a bit of damage to my face, and also that lovely little Pyroblast that I'm terrified of. So,
So, right now, I don't have things that can deal with his board very efficiently.
That's what I like to hear.
I have a Fireball in hand, so I have the option of clearing his Archmage. But I also have the other option of putting him down to 7 health, which means that another Fireball and a ping can just kill him. For your benefit, H, I will let you know I don't have another hand. If I did, I would send this to your face without hesitation.
Or you could Fireball my Mana Worm.
Or I could Fireball my face.
Oh, you can. You have so many options. I think...
Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna try and...
go all in.
Kill you.
Oh, I expected you to do that. And now I'm gonna come back...
You activate your trap card!
You've officially messed up! Little did you expect this play! Ha!
Ooh. Scary. Is there counterspell in this deck? I don't even know.
You'll never find out. Unless you play a spell. Counterspell is another secret that may or may not be used right now.
So guys, let me explain to you the concept of top decking. In Hearthstone, this is slang we use for drawing the perfect card you need right off of the top of the deck. And you can see which card your opponent just drew because it'll be the rightmost card in their hand. So I'm hovering over mine right now.
And it's a Fireball!
But first, I'm gonna test for Counterspell by playing another spell. It's not Fireball though, so... I mean, it's not Counterspell, so you're dead, H. Because I'm a high roller.
How did you
There
know I
was
didn't
only
have Ice
one
Block?
other copy of Fireball.
What?
I know that's not in the deck.
Was Ice Block Classic?
It's Hall of Fame, man. So it's
Oh, we're
wild.
playing Standard. You're right. All right.
Yes.
You win this round. Okay. Thanks for the 80 gold, Gia. I think it's time we play some better decks, though, now that we've explained.
Thank you.
Kind of.
Are we going to play high-level Hearthstone now?
Do you want to? Because I kind of want to
Sure,
after
but
that terrible game.
Okay, sure. I have my decks built still from WSOE.
Ooh. Let's do it. I'll spectate you.
Oh, I thought we were playing each other.
Oh, we could do that. That works too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going
But
to be
the
a lot
meta I
of
played
thinking.
in that tournament was different because I couldn't play two of the strongest cards in the game, which are Baku and Gen.
Ooh, that's true. So there's a update coming out in Hearthstone in a few days for a new set that's coming out, which is also removing a lot of sets that was released 2 years ago or something around there, and then also Hall of Faming some classic cards.
Right.
And
Let's explain what Wild and Standard are, huh?
that would be smart. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So I don't know what screen you're on right now, but if you enter
Wait, Gia.
up here, there's an icon
Gia,
where you can
cut out
switch
there.
to.
You cut out there. You're like, I don't
Sorry.
know what page you're on or whatever. I'm in the collection
Sorry.
right now, so just pick up. There.
Yeah. Okay. So you should go to the play screen, like right before you queue a ladder game.
Okay.
So you can hover over the icon, which switches between Standard and Wild.
Yes.
So there's a convenient graphic right here. So for Standard, only Basic, Classic, and the last 2 years of cards can be used. And this is the official competitive format of Hearthstone, which is used in all of the esports events. And then Wild is where any of the old sets can be used, including cards from like 2015, 2016, which are now
No longer in Standard.
Right. There have been certain Wild tournaments, but very few and far between compared to Standard. So if you guys want to get into Hearthstone esports, Standard is the way to go. And generally people play Wild for the nostalgia factor, I think.
Or just Standard stops being fun for them from playing too much. Stuff like that. They need a break or to go try out some fun decks or something like that. We'll be playing Standard.
Now, if you're a complete tryhard like myself, I disenchanted all of my Wild cards so I could have more money to build Standard cards, basically.
I didn't. I keep having wild cards.
No, I mean, that's good, right? Because maybe Wild tournaments crop up again, like they have one a year. And I kind of miss my Wild cards, but I just didn't want to drop the cash for Standard.
That's true. That's actually really smart. I just save gold on here and then buy the pre-release things or whatever and try to save money on there. So, Are you bringing a tryhard deck? And if you are, how tryhard are you tryharding?
I'm just gonna play my favorite deck from right now.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm bringing up Hearthstone Deck Tracker so I could keep track of my deck. An app used to know what's in your deck and your keep track of your opponent's cards too, kind of.
Yeah. I don't have Deck Tracker right now.
Okay, I won't use it either.
No, it's all right. It's good to show them what a lot of Hearthstone players use, but that kind of application isn't allowed on a tournament stage, so I try not to rely on it too much. But it's really useful for ladder.
Yes, it is actually. Yeah, it's very useful for ladder, and then also, just if you're starting to learn a deck, it's very hard to keep track of all 30 cards. So it will help you learn at the beginning, like when you're trying to figure out what you pull from your deck from a certain card, or what are the odds for, like, God, I wanted to spoil what's in my deck. You'll never know what I'm playing.
That's alright. But yeah, we have two different classes now. A while ago we both played Mage, but now H is playing Rogue, which is known as one of the aggressive classes. And then I'm playing Priest, which is known as one of the defensive classes.
Yes, and I think we both kind of know what each of us are playing. I'm assuming you're playing Control Priest. And I'm playing Aggro Rogue.
Right.
So
control is a term generally used in card games to mean that the way I win is just by dealing with all of H's threats until he runs out of stuff to do, and then just because my cards are better in the late game, I eventually just kind of run him out of resources.
Yeah.
What aggro means is that he has really strong early game and has explosive starts, so he tries to beat me down before I can get to my high value cards later on.
I love beating down girls.
Oh my god, Age, that's not funny.
Well, I don't like her.
I don't endorse this behavior, guys. I didn't come on
hey,
video thinking that this kind of joke would be made.
I have the perfect counter for her. She's a 1-3. I play a 3-1. We kill each other.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait, this is not the kind of rogue I thought you'd be playing. You just said you're an aggro rogue.
Yeah, I may have been telling the truth.
Yeah, I got you baited. Okay, so it might look like this is good for me, guys, because he played a 2-cost card and I played a 1 card and they will kill each other. So on paper, it looks like I benefit from this. But my 1-cost card is actually really strong and I would have preferred it to live because whenever it lives and can take damage, I can heal it and then draw a card, which is really strong. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to damage it without it dying.
Mm-hmm. Drawing is one of the most important things in this game. And
I'll play another dude. I don't have time. This rope is cutting into my explaining time. That sucks.
So because
I just played another card. Yeah.
Because she played this, it's Battle Cry, which is something that when you play the card, there's an effect that happens immediately. So she Battle Cried. If she's holding a dragon, she discovers a spell. So this card all the way on her right is a discovered spell, which could be any spell from the priest, what would you call it? Collection? Class, there you go. So
yes.
That could be Mind Blast, Psychic Scream, Mass Hysteria, Power Word Shield. There's a lot of options there, so I have to keep that in mind. But that also tells me that one of her other 5 cards that are not the coin is actually a dragon. So that makes me think she's got Dusk.
Very smart, H. What a strong read.
Thank you. Not many people would understand that. I'm just very intelligent. It's from playing all that Clue.
Right. Okay, I don't actually have anything good to do this turn, so I'm going to take the time to explain certain things. So with minions, there are neutral minions, which any class can put into their deck. But there are also class-restricted minions, and you can tell what type of minion they are based on the border of the card. So the rogue minions would have like a black border, and the priest one have a white border. And the neutral minions have this kind of gray, ugly border.
Yeah. You can't really tell with the Cavern Shiny Finder because it was golden, but the Northshire Cleric, you can very clearly see that it's got the white outline outside of her art.
Why do you have to play the golden cards, H? This is a noob-friendly video. Why are you flexing on all the kids?
I like spending money in games, alright? Leave me alone.
Okay. And then with spells are only restricted to a certain class, so there's no such thing as a neutral spell yet.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like that is something they'll end up adding to the game.
Yeah.
Also, this weapon that I played, the Cavern Shiny Finder that I played earlier was draw a weapon from your deck. So I have 2 of these in my deck. They're called Necrium Blades. They're 3 mana, a 3/2 weapon, but their death rattle is trigger the death rattle of a random friendly minion. So if I were to play a death rattle this turn and hit her face with it, that would trigger the death rattle. Unfortunately, I may or may not have a death rattle in hand, so I have no play here. So I end turn.
So are you playing DR Rogue or are you playing Mali Rogue?
Yes. You'll never find out.
I'm gonna guess DR Rogue because you love that deck.
No.
Man, I don't have anything good to do this turn either, so I'm just doing this hero power to be flashy. Oh, in Hearthstone you can do emotes. There are 6 different options, and each hero has different voice lines. I'm gonna greet you. This is generally considered bad manners, but since we are friends, we are just teasing each other. But if you do this randomly on ladder, I guarantee you're gonna get some hate.
And you can also squelch your opponent, which means shut them up. And I'll unsquelch.
That's no fun.
So, my hand is very, very, very bad. Also, showing that she didn't play a dragon there. Okay, Jesus Christ. You're squelched now. So it's turn 4, so the dragons she plays in her deck are Twilight Drake, Duskbreaker, Alexstrasza, possibly Dragon Maw Scorcher. Those are the dragons that come to mind. No, I don't have that.
Crowd Roaster, Primordial Drake.
There you go, those as well. So since she didn't play a dragon on turn 4, that means the dragon that she had in hand was not a Twilight Drake, because she would have flopped that down immediately.
Flop. Yeah, I would have. So I was saying that rogue is generally an aggressive class, but there are some types of rogues that want to do combo damage instead, and that's more akin to what H is playing, and that's what my deck kind of struggles against. So he actually counter queued me. No, I'm kidding. We didn't know what we were queuing. But I said I would play my favorite deck right now, and you could have had a guess that it's Priest because I did well with this on ladder.
Yeah. She was killing it with. Oh my god.
So here's the Twilight Drake we were talking about. It's good for flopping down on the board just because it's got really great stats.
Mm-hmm. And I made the read that she didn't have this in hand last turn, and you noticed that she played it from the far right hand, so she just got it off the top of her deck.
Yep. So a rule of thumb with Hearthstone, how to determine a really, like at 2 mana, you want to have 2 and 3 as their stats, or 3 and 2. So it just goes up like that: 3, 3, 4, 3 mana, 3, 4, or 4, 3, 4 mana, 4, 5, or 5, 4. That's what you would call a decent statted card. But we saw there that for Twilight Drake, it gains a bonus the more cards I have in hand. So I actually got to play a 4/9 for 4 mana, which is really insane. That's why the card's considered good in the deck. And now, because he returned it to my hand, it's gonna be a 4/10.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the plan, H?
I don't really have one at this point. My hand really is not good right now.
So in Hearthstone, the maximum number of cards you can have in hand is 10. If you draw a card when you already have 10 in hand, the milled or burned, which means that it gets destroyed and it doesn't enter your death rattle pool or anything, and you never get to play it.
So the reason why I played this was Gia will struggle to answer this unless she's got a Duskbreaker.
That's what you think.
A Mass Hysteria.
Nope. I have the perfect answer.
Oh, the dragon. Oh no.
Yes. I'm gonna play 7 mana 7/4 Crowd Roaster. Battle Cry deals 7 damage to an enemy minion if I'm holding a dragon. So the thing with my deck as Control Priest is I'm playing like 8 dragons in here just because they all synergize off of each other. Synergy is a term you're going to hear a lot in Hearthstone, which means that the cards all work together to achieve something. So a lot of the dragons have the clause, if you're holding a dragon, they get to activate a powerful effect.
Yep. That effect is very powerful when it's able to be pulled off. If this Crowd Roaster didn't have a dragon in hand, it would be very, very bad.
Someone injured?
It'd be a 7 mana 7/4.
Because like we said, with the stats, at 7 mana, you'd expect a card to be around 7/8 as a vanilla card to be a good sized body. But this thing is only a 7/4 because its Battle Cry is very strong. What you gonna do, H? Tempo Cube is really sad.
It is. That didn't feel good. That was... I'm not really too worried about my health until I start seeing that she Shadow Visions for Mind Blast, because Mind Blast is ultimately how she wins, so healing there wasn't too important. I'd much rather use that Necrium Blade on other things, but I didn't have much of a choice there. I don't want her using that Northshire Cleric to draw, which she could very easily draw with Twilight Drake, get him to 4/2 by hitting my guy, killing him with the Crowd Roaster, healing, and drawing a card. It just doesn't seem good to me.
So guys, I'm about to make H very sad because I have a really strong card in this situation. It's called Twilight Acolyte. 3 mana 2/4 Battle Cry. If you're holding a dragon, so more dragon synergy, swap attacks with another minion. So I could have targeted my own minion here, but of course I would like to weaken H's minion, and now it's a lowly 2/8, whereas I had an 8/4. Now I have the option to kill his 2/8, but I don't want to bother. I'm gonna go face because the 2/8 is not threatening any of my other minions.
Alright. And she's right, it's not that threatening.
So I'm already presenting 19 damage on board, and H has, what do you know, 19 health. So he has to do something about my minions or he's dead next turn.
So luckily this card on the board right now, Deranged, okay, if my emote goes away, thank you, is Death Rattle, restore 8 health to your hero. So me being able to heal isn't too hard right now. But
Right. So a while ago we talked about the battle cry keyword. The opposite of that is death rattle. That means that the effect will go off after the minion bites the dust.
Yes, when it bites the dust. So right now we're gonna play this card. And hope that she doesn't have double Mind Blast. Or lethal.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, very fancy.
Should I have dealt with the deranged doctor? Nah. Not a chance.
I could have also healed up to full there, but don't think I'm winning this game if she's got double Mind Blast in hand regardless. So I'm just... She could also very well have...
I can't believe you did something so powerful as that and then you just didn't explain it to your lovely viewers, Age. Come on! Okay, so a while ago he played Carnivorous Cube, which is a 5-mana 4/6 battlecry, destroy a friendly minion. It also has Death Rattle, which is to summon 2 copies of the minion that it destroyed. But when he played this last turn, it was not able to kill anything, so it didn't have a Death Rattle. But then, since I left a minion on board, he was able to eat a minion with that cube, and then he played this card, Necrium Vial, which triggers a friendly minion's Death Rattle twice, so each Death Rattle summons 2. So we got 4 copies of this 8/8, and this board would be very scary if I didn't have this priest spell called Psychic Scream.
That also hurts me, yes.
Yeah. So you're not dead, but, I mean, your board is poof.
Very clear. Very clear. Yes. But this also means that it makes this card even better because she sent all that stuff back into my deck. Okay? Very good. Not too bad. And since the board is clear, this is the ultimate card just to drop down, basically.
Lich King?
Nope. Deranged Doctor.
Again. Alright. We meet again, my friend.
Okay, in fairness, yes, I was planning on dropping down the Lich King, but then I looked at my health again and I was like, okay, maybe I should get this card down. That probably makes more sense to heal.
Oh, so you have Lich King in hand. Thanks for letting me know.
I thought I'd let you know. I know that you don't have double Mind Blast in
Age.
hand. You know that I have Lich King in hand. I'm still... You see these 2 cards at the very end of her deck over here. She's held on to since Mulligan. So my guess would be one of them might be a Shadow Reaper Anduin. The other might be...
Remember, H, I thought you were an aggro rogue, so I held on to Dustbreaker, and I'm just gonna play it here.
You're right, you didn't have a chance.
I thought he was playing... Yeah. Now I'm gonna do some fancy shit and heal your dude.
We're a PG channel here.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do some fancy stuff and heal your minion so that it's farther away from dying and thus farther away from healing your face.
That's a very interesting play. It's very high IQ there. Okay.
We're all melon brains here, H. No one's a peanut brain.
You're right, and this is the ultimate melon brain thing to do, right?
No walls can hold me.
Drop that down. Preparation, which preparation makes the next spell cost 3, this turn only. And what Silver Vanguard does is it's a 7-mana recruit and 8-cost minion. So you remember all those Death Rattle deranged doctors she sent back into my deck?
Oh man.
They come back.
They're back! They're back!
Now
look at all these doctors.
It's very likely that she's got another Psychic Scream in hand.
Why would you say that's very likely? I have not drawn that many cards.
That's true, and also I forgot that was a Fire Tree Witch Doctor spell you got over there, and not a Shadow Visions.
Mm-hmm.
It's still fairly likely that she's got
I did just top deck.
Are you kidding me?
A Shadow Vision.
Oh my god, okay, that's better than at least a Psychic Scream.
But guess what? I had the Scream after all. In Hearthstone, guys, you can play up to 2 copies of each card except legendary cards, of which you can only play 1 copy. So you can tell the rarity of a card by looking at the gem in the middle of it, right under its name. Blue is rare, purple is epic, white is common, and orange is legendary.
Mm-hmm.
So everything except the orange gems, you can play up to 2 copies.
So Psychic Scream is a epic, or purple, as she just said. And she could play 2 of those in her deck, and conveniently she had 2 of those in her hand.
Right. And what makes priest decks these days so powerful is the card Shadow Visions, which allows you to discover a copy of a spell in your deck. So essentially, or even fourth copy of the spells you're already playing two of.
Yeah. So
And your opponent won't know what extra copy you got until you play it.
So, for instance, there, we know that she doesn't have any more Psychic Screams in her deck, so we know that card all the way on her right that has a little gift on it is not a Psychic Scream.
Very smart, H.
Power of deduction, my dear
It's
Gio.
my dragon. Yeah, it's very clue. Very clue.
Very clue. My hand isn't looking too hot, so this is what Gia's deck does very well, is rid me of my resources, make her Psychic Scream. Basically, she used one card to deal with 3 or 4 of my cards, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the value of that deck, and why she has so many more cards than I do.
So H, I can kill you right now, but do you want to do anything? You want to explain anything more and keep the game going?
I was hoping you didn't get Mind Blast off of the Shadow Visions, but it's very likely that you did.
Right.
So
I guess I'll just kill you then.
I think you could wait a turn. I think you could wait a turn to do the Mind Blast.
Alright, fine. So I'll just be torturing you some more by playing my second Crowd Roaster to kill my first one that you
Perfect.
so meanly stole from me. Nah, I made you steal it.
Yeah, you forced me to. Oh my god, I drew the perfect card. Happy days.
Hey, you're gonna survive! So you're gonna heal back up to the team.
Yep. The same play we did earlier, kind of close to it. And we're gonna eviscerate.
Wow.
If my
So
mind
I
was
actually-
like, this is the only way I survive.
I let H survive. What the hell? Now I can't kill him anymore.
So what Eviscerate does is it's 2-mana spell that deals 2, but if you play a card before you play Eviscerate, it deals 4 instead. So that was just
right.
enough to kill
Yeah.
her Crowd Roaster.
That is what the combo keyword means, and combo is unique to rogue cards.
Is it only Rogue? I guess it is. Yeah, you're right.
Name me a combo card from a different class.
No, you're right. I can't. That's why I was like, oh my god, you're right. I'd never thought about that. Is there a new... Like, there's Lackey cards, but I think they are all Rogue, now that I think about it, that are comboed.
Right.
Oh. Wow. Alright.
So, since I don't have enough spell damage from hand anymore to deal with his health, I am gonna start playing minions again.
I should also explain what Mind
Unfortunately.
Blast is. Mind Blast is a
Yeah.
2-mana card that deals 5 damage to your opponent's face. So, if I didn't heal there, I'd be at 8 health still, which means 2 Mind Blasts would kill me. And then, if I didn't top deck Eviscerate and kill her minion, I wasn't able to kill it, so even if I healed 8 damage from this guy, it still would have been enough with what is that card called? The 7/4. Hitting face, bringing me down to 9, and then 2 Mind Blast still kills me.
Right. Crowd Roaster.
That's it.
So, I have this ooze here that I would have wished to have had earlier. Well, I had your... I drew too late.
Mm-hmm. The Ooze is the same thing, just a different statted minion. And I guess does
Right.
a different battle cry as well. I'll let
So
you
if I
explain.
had played this ooze the turn that he had the weapon up but no minion, I could have immediately trigger the death rattle off of the deranged doctor.
Mm-hmm. And that would have still lost me the game.
Now I'm in trouble.
I like when you're in trouble. I like that you BM'd me very much.
I let you live another turn.
Such BM.
Yeah.
Such bad manners.
Well, because you asked me to. I asked your permission. This is your video. And now I need to make a tough decision because I have this card called Holy Fire in hand. It reads 6 mana, deal 5 damage, restore 5 health to your hero. So I can aim it at H's face, but I can also aim it at his minions, unlike Mind Blast. So I obviously want to save all this damage for H's face so I can kill him. But the
That's
Lich
my
King
face.
that he just played is such a threatening card because it keeps generating new cards for him. And there's a Lich King card that heals him even more. So I'm going to make the tough call to actually deal with H's Lich King instead of saving this damage for his face.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that would probably be a smart play. I don't know what else is
Even
in your
though
hand.
it hurts my heart.
Okay.
My hand is trash, man.
In this situation, I think I got probably the second best card I could have gotten off of the Lich King, depending on how this goes. It's a 6-mana Army of the Dead. Remove the
Oh
top
my
5
God.
cards of your deck.
Hey, wait! I played both my psychic screams.
Yeah, so she was throwing crap back into my deck, so this should work out fairly well for me.
Oh my god! And I also don't have a way to deal with this stuff because I played my psychic screams already.
So we're gonna hit face, and then also the rogue hero power is equip a 1/2 dagger, and the priest hero power is restore 2 health. She could do that to anything that she wants to. Her face, a minion, or my face even. So let's see what
Your
Gia
face.
does here.
Oh, top deck.
You did not just top deck some. What? Shadow Reaper Anduin?
Yup, you guessed it. This is my way of. Sorry, you guys, I've got a bit of a cough. It's my way of dealing with his minions that have 5 or more attack.
That's pretty bad for me, but I do heal back up to 30 health, so
Yeah.
in most scenarios I should be fine. But
For now.
yeah, I'm still a little afraid of one card that she might have, which is, I'm gonna hit face regardless with these two, which is called Alexstrasza. Although that's a very off-tempo plan, she might just die the following turn.
Will I? You don't have much damage on board.
I don't, but I can. The issue is thinking about how much damage we're gonna have on board.
Oh, god damn it. Thinking. Oh, sorry, PG stream.
Yeah, be nice.
Oh, drats. Thank you.
I've played more deranged doctors than I think anyone has played in the history of Hearthstone this game.
Are you gonna censor me, H? Are you gonna bleep me?
We'll see how I feel when I'm editing this.
Okay.
I'm gonna censor you. Also, Link is not
Well-
happy with you.
I'm sorry, Link. Last thing I would want to do is upset a dog. Oh, you have my Twilight Drake in hand.
Oh, I should explain
So
what that card
Dustbreaker-
does. The Cobalt Illusionist is a 4-mana 3/3. Summon a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. So now she knows I have this card in hand.
Right.
And you may
And it's
explain
from my
Dustbreaker.
deck.
Yeah, that was from the
So,
Psychic Screen.
I played Dustbreaker, which I played a while ago, but it's much better now. Dustbreaker is a really strong card in other matches. It's the main reason why Control Priest is so strong right now, because it can deal with aggro decks very effectively. So this other card I played is called Scale Worm, which is Battle Cry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and rush. Rush is a keyword that means the minion can attack the turn it's played, but only can attack minions. So it's different from Charge. Charge is can attack either face or minions.
Now, I'm still questioning, Gia has kept a card since Mulligan, and I genuinely have no idea what it is.
Well, I tend to just keep dragons as activators for my other shit, so... My other stuff! Sorry, my other cards!
So would you keep Alexstrasza is my next question. I don't think
Well,
you do.
I thought you were an aggro rogue, so no.
Yeah, that's what
Is
I
the
was
short
thinking.
answer. Are you ready to see the fanciest play of your life?
No. I'm kind of
Because
scared,
I got
honestly.
a cool play.
Oh, by the way, this
Actually,
guy...
I don't want to do it.
This guy's a 4-mana 2/4, summon a 1/1 ooze with poisonous and rush. So if she kills this guy, I basically just have a 1/1 murder whatever I feel like.
Right. I don't think I explained what Anduin does, but I just played a Death Knight turns ago, which makes my hero into a bad. And basically, the battle cry destroys all minions on board with 5 or more attack, and it changes my hero power to deal damage.
Yep.
It's deal 2 damage, and after I play a card, refresh it. So normally you can only play your hero power once a turn, but with Anduin, I can refresh it and play it as many times as my mana allows. So I have this card in hand called Cabal Shadow Priest, which allows me to steal a minion from H.
Oh, that is a good play.
Yeah, and I could ping off your minion and immediately kill the charged Devil Sword, but instead I'm just gonna kill your Devil way and preserve this thing.
That's
for
what I was
later.
thinking. I was like, that seems like just a better play, but alright.
Yeah, this is better, but the other one looks so fancy.
It does. Huh. Now I have a lot
Can't
of
believe I'm
thinking
still
to
in
do.
this game after completely giving you an out in the last couple turns where I didn't kill you.
I will be honest, I have not been drawing too hot myself.
Let me guess, your 5th deranged doctor.
I wish.
So are you gonna backstab this?
I wish.
I mean, why would you kill it if you can't deal with the poisonous?
I can't
That means you
deal
can't
with
play
it.
minion.
I'm just deciding what else I want to do with this turn. I guess it's play this card. So that's
Alright.
why this card is not played in every deck. Lower cost hands aren't too hot.
Nope.
So I could have hit second there, but because Ziliax has Rush and Lifesteal, it made more sense for me to hit the 2-1 and take 2 damage, and then bring this guy in, hit the 1-1 so that he heals me the 2 health that I just took back.
That's right, H. Good order. Otherwise, you'd be at 29 health right now.
Yeah.
Because you can't heal above 30. But there is a mechanic in Hearthstone called Armor, which can go infinite. And the class Warrior is the best at gaining that. And Druid also.
So
Anyway, I have a very clean play here. With 2 mana, I'm going to damage this Twilight Drake. And I'm going to play my Primordial Drake, which is an 8 mana 4/8 taunt. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to all other minions. So this card is really good against aggro because it has the keyword taunt. Taunt meaning that you cannot attack things other than this while it's on the board. So if H wanted to aim his dagger at my face, he couldn't. He has to hit the minion with taunt.
Yeah, and I can't go after her other minions too.
When there are 2 or more minions with taunt on board, all of them can
No
protect each other because that would be OP.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop those. My hand was not too hot, I won't lie. I've drawn, as you can see in my little deck tracker over here, I've drawn almost all of my very, very cheap cost spells, or minions and spells. Haven't drawn too many of the late game stuff, and the mid game's just been totally absent. There's a Mind Blast. I've never seen someone quick faster in their life.
I'm very close to killing you now, H.
I've
I
noticed.
nearly lost here, but we came back.
There is one card that I really want right there. Okay, got it. Happy days.
punch first.
We trade him in, this summons an 8-drop. And we'll go ahead and do this and heal a little bit more damage.
Sure.
And she's got, what
However-
we're assuming, 3 Mind Blasts in hand, which does 15 damage to our face, plus 2 pings, which does 19 damage to our face. And then this has plus 2 only during our opponent's turn, so it only has 1, which makes it 24, 28. So,
Yes. Quick maths, H.
it's not looking too good for me.
Yeah, you are completely right. You're very dead.
Alright, thanks.
So, Pingling, I gave you an out, but I take it back now. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna fit in a little BM right here.
Oh,
And
wow.
here we go.
Even trading a little bit, huh? It's you're clicking so fast, I see your movement going, but not the tax yet. Oh wow, why'd she do that trade? Just to be mean. Kind of disappointed she didn't actually hit with one of the 4-ways and not kill me at perfect damage, but it's fine.
No, we gotta get that overkill bounty.
Yeah.
H.
Have you ever done that with the baited arrow and gotten the 5/5 afterwards?
I have. It's pretty funny.
It is the best feeling. Well, that's kind of the basics to Hearthstone. Thank you, Gia, for joining me. Thank you for kicking my butt twice now.
Thanks, H. It was fun.
Alright, thank you. I know you had fun. Get out
I'll
of
kick
here.
your butt any day of the week.
If you guys want to see more of Gia, where do they find you, Gia?
I am on Twitter at Gia, J-I-A-D-D-E-E, so J-I-A-D-E-E _. You guys, if you're interested in watching Hearthstone esports, you can catch me casting the Grandmasters League starting May, I think, in the Asia Pacific region, because I am from the Philippines. And
from
you could
the
maybe catch
Philippines?
me playing in some tournaments if I get invited to stuff.
Oh, hopefully. You're not just a caster, you're also a competitive Hearthstone player. She does it all.
That's right.
If you want to learn, you learn from the best. That's why I got her here. So anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Go check out Gia. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. Get out of here. You knuckleheads. You don't know my outro yet, so you're like the first person in months that hasn't finished that for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like, what is he role playing now?
What is he role
Did I just let him have it?